Day 69, verses 15 to 17, the complexity of action. Namaste and welcome to Gita 360. Previously, the Gita explained how our natural strengths and inclinations guide our paths in life and how the divine operates from a place of completeness. Today, verses 15 to 17 bring that conversation down to an everyday reality. When life demands a choice, how do we actually figure out the right thing to do? All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty, following in the footsteps of your predecessors. Krishna reminds Arjuna that this way of living and working, where duties are performed without being consumed by anxiety over the outcome, is not a new concept. Generations of seekers in earlier times also understood the truth about divine action and continued to act in the world. They did not withdraw from responsibilities or abandon life. Instead, they performed actions with understanding. This is important because spiritual wisdom is sometimes misunderstood as an invitation to step away from the world. People often imagine that peace and spiritual growth belong only to those who leave behind responsibilities and live in complete isolation. But this verse brings a different perspective. Wisdom is not presented as an escape from life. It is presented as a way of living differently within life itself. Instead, the Gita's invitation is to stay fully present in the world, to keep doing what needs to be done, and do it with the same quiet, unburdened mindset that wise individuals have leaned on throughout history. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all material bondage. The moment we are told to simply do what needs to be done, a question arises. How do we know what is action and what is inaction? On the face of it, the answer seems obvious. Action means doing something, while inaction means doing nothing. But Krishna says that even wise people become confused about this. He suggests that action may be more subtle than it first appears and promises to guide Arjuna towards a deeper understanding that frees him from confusion and bondage. The truth and complexities about action are profound and hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what is recommended action, forbidden action, and inaction. The Gita suggests looking at our action through three distinct pathways to clarify our understanding of a profound subject. Karma, actions recommended by the scriptures that align with our responsibilities, our values, and our truth and purify the mind. Vikarma, inauspicious actions forbidden by the scriptures that leave us feeling unsettled inside, crossing our own internal boundaries and degrading our soul. Akarma, inaction, but not meaning that we physically stop moving. These are actions performed with such a deep focus on the work itself that the attachment to the outcome completely fades, leaving the mind light and the soul free. The Gita says one must understand the difference between these three so we can lead our lives with truth. Every single day, we find ourselves standing at crossroads where we have to make decisions about our jobs, our children, our finances, and our personal boundaries. Because we want to do the right thing, we expect the correct path to be clear to us. Yet, if we look back at our own choices, we know how easy it is to make a mistake in choosing the correct path. This is the exact complexity these verses are inviting us to notice. They remind us that human behavior is rarely straightforward. The Gita introduces karma, vikarma, and akarma to show that action is often deeper and more layered than it first appears. What seems right on the surface may not always arise from the right understanding, and what appears simple may carry consequences we do not immediately see. Navigating life is rarely about choosing between obvious right and wrong paths. Sometimes clarity begins simply by acknowledging that our choices are more complex than they first appear. Thought of the day. Not every action is simply action, and not every pause is truly inaction. Take a pause today and reflect. Am I becoming occupied with movement, or am I moving with awareness? Thank you for joining me on Gita 360. May we give ourselves the grace to move through life's deep and complicated choices with patience, honesty, and an open heart.